Uh-oh. Lisa, you get back from your cruise.
I'm back.
All right, we are live. Start the meeting.
I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Kearney Parks and Recreation Board for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. Please stand for the pledge.
There's no flag, but we're still standing.
Okay.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Eric, have you taken roll?
I have taken roll. All my members are present and we have a quorum.
Need to approve the agenda from the last meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We need to approve. Oh, did we just approve the agenda or the minutes?
Agenda.
I didn't know what I said. We need to approve the minutes from the last meeting from Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. I need someone to make a motion.
I move to approve those minutes.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Public requests and petitions.
Today before you, we have Lawrence Gratian and Marion Hood. Lawrence with the Enrichment Council, Marion with the Kearney Lions Club, and on the back of your packet of info, they have information and a request for a wine fest at Jesse James Park. So whoever is speaking, go ahead, but I do need your name and address for the record, please.
Lawrence Gratian, 106 South Jefferson Street, Kearney, Missouri 64060. I guess everybody knows the zip code.
Go ahead.
As our document shows, what we are doing is planning on bringing back the wine fest that went away with COVID, and then doing it down Jesse James Park as it was. We think it's a great opportunity to show off Kearney, and in particular this year with the in Kansas City, having it at Jesse James Park and linking Jesse James' name to a wine festival with all Missouri wines will be a real bonus for the city.
Okay. Marion, would you like to add anything?
No, this just been something that's been on my mind for a long time, and I thought, well, I wonder. So I went to Lawrence and I said, what do you think about us joining together? Because our group has gotten smaller and it's harder to put on an event like that with the group as small as what we are. And he jumped right on it. And so here we go.
Anything to do with wine, we're good.
I'm not real familiar with what the wine fest used to be. Can you kind of explain what it was prior to, I guess, COVID?
We did 8 years, I believe. And you do strictly Missouri wines. We invite artists, crafters, but primarily the wineries. And we have a local band. I don't know if you're familiar with the Overtones. And they come and play music and all kinds of music. And people dance and you get to sample wine, and we have food. We haven't had food trucks in the past, but the lights have been there, and they opened the concession stand and they provided meat and cheese trays.
Oh,
for
okay.
the people.
Now, is this up there where the amphitheater?
In the pavilion.
The pavilion, okay, okay.
And it was a grand success for 8 years.
I'll bet it was,
COVID
yeah.
jumped in and put its foot in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So,
How many wineries did you have participate in the past? How many?
15.
I got my.
There's a long list of Missouri wineries now, but average was around 15,
Okay.
which really is about all you can hold.
Because they had the band on the west side and then of the pavilion, and then they had the tables and people come in and if it's like anything they did in the past, they come in, pay their entry fee, and they got a wine glass
Right.
and then they just sampled the wines and things of that nature and got to keep their glass and things of that nature. So
What's the entry fee?
whatever they
Not
said,
yet.
yeah.
It's been pretty reasonable in the past, hasn't it?
Oh,
It
Yeah.
was $20
Mhm.
entry and get your glass.
Didn't we have a two-step fee for like $25 if you showed up the gate and $20 if you,
We had some pre-sale tickets.
Mhm.
Well, and wasn't there protection too for those that did not want to drink? They had.
They got designated driver tickets.
Mhm.
Great idea.
So what do you need from us, Eric?
Well, I need a motion. There will be a fee for the pavilion rental and our fees, will, we don't know if they will change. That will come to you, either in the December or January. But those fees won't take effect. This way, everything is accounted for on our fiscal year, the city's fiscal year. So the fees won't take effect until April 1. So we probably have a little time before to discuss the fees, but the fee for the rental of the amphitheater, it's on a 3-hour time period, is $350 for an in-town vendor or in-town renter. And we would consider them in town because it's part of the enrichment council. And the Lions Club also is a Kearney organization. And then there is an hourly fee if they go after that. Now, we're not real sticklers with them with coming in and setting up early and so on and so forth. Because it's a fundraiser for them and so on and so forth. But they need to know early, and that's why I told Marion, hey, if you're gonna get the wine people and let them know that this is coming back, we'll do it early in the fall. And then you'll know and you can start contacting the wine vendors to let them know. So we don't have anything on the calendar right now, except we do know the following Saturday, there will be something. So.
Friday.
What?
Following Friday.
Following Friday, yeah.
So they're going to pay this year's rental fee, or they're going to pay whatever rental fee we decide on for
Right.
next year?
And we haven't ever went up more than $50 or
Okay.
$25, other than that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We're actually in the middle of a citywide fee review right now.
Mhm.
So.
I would just recommend getting on with the health department as soon as possible with this, because a lot of times vendors show up late, very late to the thing, and they think that that's all they need is just to show up and start sampling or giving away food or wine. But regardless, if there's a price or transaction with the money, they still need to have the permits and for that.
All right, so I need a motion for the Lions Club and the Kearney Enrichment Council to use the Jesse James Park Pavilion for
Wine, yes.
for June 13th, 2026 from 2 to 8 p.m. for a wine fest.
Yep.
Your
Make a
motion,
motion.
second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We're gonna have a wine fest.
I will take this to the Board of Aldermen as a formality, to let them know, because this is an advisory board and we always, have to go before the final, Board of Aldermen for final approval, but I don't anticipate any problems. Okay?
Yeah.
should be good.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing that back.
That'd be exciting.
If you want to leave, this would be a good time, unless you want to hear about Hall Park. It's up to you. Okay.
Enjoy your wine.
All right, updates.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just want to let you know, we'll just do something real quick. All the bathrooms have been winterized. The heaters have been put in them. Even though we drain them, sometimes there can be water still standing in the pipes, so we winterized everything. Irrigation systems have been drained and, let's see here, Ryan, I know I was gonna.
We implemented the thermostats on all the heaters
Right.
this year, the little thermo cubes. I'm sure you're familiar with those.
What
you
is
know,
that?
Basically, it just kicks on the heater. It's a thermostat. It kicks on the heater once it gets below, I think it's 38, and then kicks it off. I think it's 46 or something along those lines.
And the thing
It's just a
is-
way for us to save energy because right now they don't need to be on. And maybe one day in the last, today's the 18th,
Yeah,
maybe one day. And that saved us quite a bit of energy right there.
Yeah.
So,
It felt good that one day.
yeah.
we will say
Been
that the
there, it was warm.
bathrooms,
Oh, bathroom.
Yeah.
the bathrooms at the pickleball court will stay open all winter long. 7 AM to 10 PM, for the walkers and things like that, but all the other bathrooms in the parks and water, drinking fountains, everything's been winterized. So anyway, that's really our update on park maintenance right now.
Ballpark.
I'm gonna turn this over to Larry Reynolds. He's our consultant designer for Vireo. He also was our designer at Lions Park. And we have a slideshow presentation, and we know this has been a long time coming. Especially for Ryan and I, but more importantly, the Hall family to get this project going. And we think we're getting really, really close. So with that, Larry, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Eric. Eric said, my name's Larry Reynolds. I'm a landscape architect with Vireo. The last time I saw you guys was 8 months ago today. Can you share there?
Yeah, we're working on it.
Okay. So I thought I'd do a little recap of just where we've come from, where we're at, where we're headed, and then we'll kind of give an overview of the plans.
Right.
There we go. Next slide. So a little bit of our timeline. We kicked off in December of last year. We had an update, a progress meeting in February. We met with the Board of Aldermen and you all in March. We sent some stormwater plans to MoDOT. We needed approval because we were planning to tie into the only inlet that we can, which is there on Highway 92. And that kind of stalled us out a little bit for about 6 months. We received some initial comments from them in May, which basically said they advised against us doing that. They provided conditions for us to be able to do so. We looked at that. We went back, looked at plans, looked at what the other options are, if there were any, what that feasibility might be. Reached back to them for clarification. That took some time. We finally, in July, received response from them, and we submitted revised plans to them in August, primarily dealing with calculations. They wanted to know that what we were putting into their box wasn't going to contribute to problems downstream, basically. So we reached out to them. We didn't hear from them for a while, and until towards the end of September, we finally got approval to connect to their drain inlet. So right after that, we picked up where we left off. We're about 90% complete with the construction drawings. We met with Eric and Ryan a week or two ago. And so we're here to update you on that tonight. Kind of our next steps going forward is an RFP, a request for proposals on the fitness court. We're going to kind of break that out from the general bid package. And that is it'll be essentially a bid package that'll go just to fitness court vendors. And the reason we want to do that is to really kind of see what we can get and choose from the submittals, rather than it going out to the general contractor and not knowing what you're going to get until everything comes in. So it gives you a little bit of control there to see.
What's your expectation? What, did you have a minimum number you're trying to rate for the RFP in this?
Yes, we'll get to that at the end.
Oh.
But yes, we're gonna set a budget and we'll put that in the RFP. We want you to design to We want equipment, we want surfacing, and we want shade. So that's what's gonna go in the RFP.
And why we're breaking this out, it worked out really well for us at Lions Park as well. We did the playground separate from everything else.
And we got more playground for the money.
And we got more
Yeah.
playground for the money. And there was probably 8 different playground vendors or 9 that we whittled it down to 3 and then selected from that. It just worked out better, and we think this way it will work out well as.
That's her specialty, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the general contractor will prepare the subgrade and drainage, and then whoever wins that piece will come in and do everything on top of there. Yeah, then so we're looking to issue the project for bid, winter, we're thinking mid to late January. By the time we get through, we've got to submit to the city for review, our plans, and then we also have to submit to the state for the grant. And then, looking at beginning of construction in the spring as early as we can, completion fall of next year. So that's kind of recap. Just a quick orientation of the site. I know you're all familiar with it. Here's Highway 92. The yellow box is property. South Prospect, there's the fire department, Casey's middle school up here.
Before we go any further, board members, Gary Hall, the member of the Hall family is online. And this is his daughter Jennifer, or Jessica, I'm sorry. And you live in Liberty, correct?
Yeah,
Okay, just so you guys know, who's sitting here.
Hall faces.
Very nice.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so quick orientation. Let's go on to the next slide. So, overall, the concept that we showed you back in March really hasn't changed. We've finessed a few things, but all of the pieces and the general layout is pretty much the same. So we're gonna go through, there's gonna be 3 or 4 slides, the same thing, but the pictures are gonna change, and I'll point to where those are on the site so you can kind of see and follow along. So overall, this first page, our main pieces of the fitness court here in number 1. Number 2, we're seeing pickleball, cornhole in here, but really we see that as a kind of a multi-purpose space. Could be programming space for yoga, other types of fitness activities and whatnot. So you'll see that down here, number 2. Number 3 then is this walk that goes around, kind of creates a loop around the park. We have a large shelter right here in the middle. It's a 24-foot square shelter. Prefabricated restrooms, number 5. And number 6 then would be shade structures like you see over at Lions Park. Underneath those, then we'll have these game tables over here and picnic tables on the other side of that multi-use space.
They assume that restroom is on the same lines as what's at pickleball, same
In
design.
Lions Park.
Okay,
Same one.
Same company.
okay.
Now it will go out to bid, so I mean,
Right.
we won't, but there's really nobody that comes close to them economically. So we usually find that that's what we typically get. There could be others that have popped up I haven't seen. Okay, so moving on, number 7 is a drinking fountain that'll have a bottle filler that'll be ADA accessible. So we'll have 2 arms, and we also intend to have a dog bowl on there as well. So it's sitting right here, separate. Dog bowl will probably be right around backside there. The restrooms face southwest to enter them. The chase would be on the backside here. Okay, next slide. So drinking fountain, number 8 is part of our stormwater plan. We've got a couple of rain gardens, bioretention cells, so they'll have an engineered soil in them in the middle for drainage. Stormwater will come off of the water is what is capturing And I'll show it in a minute. We've got a little rain bunker here that helps dissipate that energy. Water kind of percolates in through here, and then overflow will be in a drain, which actually has been moved. And it'll go out, you can't really see it, but it'll be piped up here to a vegetated swale along the north side of the property. There'll be a little check dam to manage flows, and then it'll go into a final rain garden again down here in that northeast corner, where then it'll be picked up and go out to the inlet on 92. 9 is the fence. Will have a fence line that'll run along the south property line, the Highway 92 right away, and then it will turn and go north as a separation between the residents to the east. We've looked at some options for that. Our most economical option right now is a wood split rail fence. As we're going through this, we knew there were likely going to have to look at options for costs where we can value engineer, or we really wanted to keep as much as we could for the big purpose of the park, which was older adult fitness. So we wanted to protect that in these areas right in here.
What's the cost difference between that and a fence like we have at Lions Park, that metal black?
Yeah, about $50 to $60 a lineal foot. So we priced it out originally as like at Lions Park, and that's about 40,000, where this is about 15 to 20. So half the price.
But replacement down the road too, with the wooden.
Sure,
Yeah,
absolutely. It comes with,
yeah.
that as well. So we intend to have as alternates in there, the fence like at Lions Park, and also concrete split rail options.
Which looks really, really good. Looks really good.
Yeah, we'll show some pictures of that
Yeah.
here.
How many total acres is this?
It's less than an acre.
Less than 1 acre, okay, that's correct.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I didn't know.
This area up here is a plan for a pergola and porch swing. And that's something we had talked about last time as being a potential alternate when we're looking at if we need to have some cost saving measures. So right now we have that as an alternate, and that would include this whole concrete walk spur and that piece. So we have 6 alternates right now that we're considering, which would be, like I said, the pergola and porch swing, a flagpole that would be in here, synthetic turf for this multi-purpose space. Base bid would be as sod. And then the different fence options. So the decorative aluminum fence, like at Lions Park. And then we've got a couple options for concrete split rail fence, a 2 or a 3 rail.
And that's the concrete wood or concrete split rail was the back picture, correct?
Yes. Okay, so just kind of go through, I've got some bigger pictures of different things, so you can kind of get a feel for the look and feel of the materials that are proposed and whatnot. So the shelter, this is the shelter, it's 24-foot square, that's the same size. It'll have tongue and groove underneath, just like you see at Lions Park, standing seam roof, all steel frame. And then those cantilever fabric shade covers that will go over the game tables.
We would take those down like we do every year at Lions Park in the winter months. And the shade structures, how they look right now, look just like they were when we put them up.
It's a really durable product. We're
Yeah.
super happy. We just went through our 5th season with them, and we inspect them when we take them up and put them down, take them up, whatever. They're in great shape, fantastic shape.
Good to know.
So, yeah.
Okay. Fitness equipment, this is some representative photos of what you might see. You know, accessible, surfacing we'll want to have down there for kind of fall prevention type of surface material, be similar to what you see at the playground out here, rubberized, boarding place, unitary surfacing. Next, the restroom. So Lions Park, pickleball courts. There's a number of different styles or materials, I guess, that you can choose. These two are the same. They use a barnwood is the name of the top portion. And then you've got stone down below, lap siding here, and then a couple of other options over here. And then this is just a split faced block. Again, for the fencing, here's the options. We're looking at wood and a split rail, concrete are these two options. The aluminum and then vinyl could be an option as well, like you see out of Jesse James Park. In terms of stormwater best management practice and those rain gardens I mentioned, this is kind of a representative photo of the scale of what you might see by the parking lot. This is the rain bunker that I mentioned, so a lot of stormwater flows off of there, drops and dissipates into the rain garden.
Are these gonna require a lot of maintenance and weeding, and they are, 10 years down the road, are they just gonna turn into a big pile of weeds?
They will require maintenance, yes. Site furnishings, just kind of give a feel of the family. So bench similar to what's at Lions Park, and these can be memorial benches. Donors can contribute. Game tables, it's a four-sided. We'll have ADA table, one ADA table in there as well, which means one of the bench seats is removed. So it's accessible, trash cans, picnic tables, and the drinking fountain. For the monument sign, very much like the Lions Park in terms of materials. This one, we will probably use, we'll specify a thinner stone so we can shrink our footprint a little bit. It's the same stone. It's natural stone. It's just thinner. Otherwise it'll look the same. Our grade, where it's located is in kind of a pinch spot between the sidewalk along Prospect and the parking lot. So we don't have a lot of room, but it's kind of situated right in there. And the grade does fall about 2.5 feet in through there. So this kind of seeing what it's doing. Next slide is, I think we showed you guys this back in March, maybe, just kind of where it's located. So 92 Prospect, it's right in that corner where the entry is. Costs. So here's kind of a breakdown of key categories that we're looking at. We've got about $74,000 in general site improvements, 65 for the parking lot, 83 in sidewalks and concrete flat work, shade structures and restroom, 212,000, fitness court, 145, stormwater, about 68,000, utilities altogether about 40,000, landscaping a little over 20, site furnishings at 40. Monument sign at 30 and fencing around 15,000. So total, we're just under 800,000. Then we include bonds and insurance, general requirements, and some contingency along with soft costs. And our anticipated total is about 969,000. Our alternates. So that kind of, we feel like where we're at right now, that may leave some room for accepting one or two of the alternates in here. So Alternate support swing, we're looking at just under 15,000 for that. Flagpole around 8,000, and then 36 to 42,000 for the different fence options.
So there's no fence or barrier on the north end separating the house there?
The property owner has one there.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Just go back to
Yes. Yeah. You go back to that aerial. You can see it.
Yeah, he actually has some plantings right now. And we'll have some plantings there along the top, right?
Yeah. Yes, it has. There. And then those plantings going right up. Well, here.
I have a question. Have you estimated the cost of maintenance of this park? How many man hours it's gonna take to, I know you didn't want a lot of grass and stuff like that to maintain, but what's it gonna take to?
Well, we've been
Budget-wise.
maintaining it right now.
Okay,
No matter what, we cut out our contract labor. So we're maintaining this property, doing all the mowing and everything of this nature
already.
already.
So it's gonna be a lot less with the concrete
It will,
there.
yes and no, because we could have to weed eat more, but we'll
Bathrooms.
still have to do the bathrooms, but you know what? We're gonna do it every day anyway, when we're doing that, but we think the footprint right now. Compared to where we were about 6 months ago, I think we met with the Hall family and. We were really downtrodden, and after. Meeting over the weekend and sharing emails, we feel really good about this and we hope we can get some good bids. But, hopefully down the road, if we can't do the synthetic turf or whatever in that, cornhole area, for yoga or whatever, down the road, we put it in a capital outlay and say, hey, we want to spend this amount of money. They come in the late fall, do it, we shut the park down and they do it and it'll be great then for next year. Just if we can't get it all that we want, which we know we can't. And one reason is this grant, when we submitted it, was over 2 years ago and 2.5 years ago, and the prices have went up, and it's no fault on us. It's just that the grant money was held up and so on and so forth, but we're doing what we can and we hope that all family likes what we've shown so far. We took out the shelters and put the cantilevers in. And I think it'll work just as good or maybe even better because they're not gonna be suspect to the weather 365.
But to answer your question, we've done some napkin math as far as the actual man hours it will take. We think it'll take about an hour to an hour and a half extra a day. Now keep in mind, some days it's not gonna take remotely close to that. Other days it'll take more. So we're pretty comfortable with that. But that's every single day. So yeah.
These bathrooms would be shut down in the winter months.
Yes.
We'll have security on these bathrooms as well.
Pardon me?
We'll have security on these bathrooms.
That's another figure we'll have to come up with to add cameras, but in the drawings, he has lines and things like that for cameras.
Okay.
Cause we don't want, the cameras have helped in the other portions, other facilities we have, and it's something we feel strongly about. So,
Especially that close to the middle school.
Great point.
Gary, Jessica, you guys have any questions? You have any comments you want to add?
It's just been a long time coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple of questions.
sure.
Can you-
Go ahead, Gary.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I guess the last thing we saw was option 2. Dated
Yes.
May of last year. No, it's dated, I'm sorry, March this year.
Hmm.
And now I'm seeing a lot of things shown on it that are now considered alternatives.
Well, the one is and he mentioned it, it's the extra arm loop to the pergola on the east side. You see that? And right now,
I see it on
yes,
the earlier version, yes.
right. That's why, because of the cost estimates that we had, trying to get as much as we possibly can without, without making the park chintzy or something. We're trying to do as much fitness equipment, the bathroom, you have to have the bathroom, we know that. But getting as much value as we can, for the money that we have, Gary. And the extra arm loop that goes out to that pergola on the right-hand side, was something that we just had to, we had to forego if we wanted to get, the structures that we said we were going to put in to meet the LWCF grant. That's one of the things we have to do is get as much as we possibly can, because we've talked with them about this, that the prices have went up and they understand that, but we're still trying to fulfill as much as we can to the grant requirements.
Okay. Well, I certainly liked option 2 with all this, with its amenities, so I understand the prices are not going down. If you ask me about a fence, I've never heard of concrete slab or
You want to go over that, Larry?
whatever
Sure.
those things are called. I certainly like the metal fencing better that was originally planned. Again, that's, I guess, priced as an alternative, so that's adding to the overall. I wasn't clear on what fence was included in the current estimate, so.
It would be a wood 3-rail, split rail fence.
Wood is included now?
Correct.
You want to go to that slide?
As part of the base bid, and then we have alternates for 3 others. So base bid would be a wood split rail fence. The other 3 options would be the decorative aluminum fence. And then 2 concrete split rail fence options, a 2-rail and 3-rail.
See if we can,
So if you go to
right there. Oops.
We're close, that's okay.
Mm.
Here,
Right here.
yeah.
Just.
I'm,
So
Concrete's in the middle, Gary.
right, yeah. Well, certainly, I don't live in your area now, but I certainly remember it well, and I'm, gotta tell you, I'm not a big fan of the wood. The metal presented well, I thought, and showed quality and was something I'd be inclined to try to maintain. Can you take me back to the slide with the costing on the alternatives?
sure.
So ahead of this or
Goes
behind?
behind.
Okay.
Can I ask a
Second
question
last.
about the concrete fence? This is gonna be along 92,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
a lot of cars.
Huh?
There,
What's gonna hold up best if a car comes off the road in? Is it gonna be the concrete?
I think if a car comes off the road and goes in it, whatever it is, it's gonna hit, it's gonna destroy.
But is
The
it,
other thing is there's grade
Yeah,
elevation.
Pretty.
That's gonna be the biggest thing that's
you know,
gonna.
our backyard was destroyed by a car.
Oh.
Took the whole fence out a couple of years ago. It was all wood. And I didn't know if the concrete posts would be a little more.
Be worse for the driver.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be more sustainable if a car would happen to get up in there? I understand that the flats on there are probably gonna be broken, but with the posts, I know a metal fence is gonna get damaged, a wood fence is gonna get damaged.
I don't think anything's gonna survive if
Okay.
we're going at speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And what was my?
It's not there to hold cars back.
Pardon me?
At that point, it's still 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, my
Supposed to be.
street was 35 and they said it's 90.
Still,
Just being the city.
You're right.
Sure.
35 would just obliterate those. I mean,
They
they're,
just took it off.
they're for looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up on 19th Street from the
Hmm.
Stockwell, Jesse Jennings.
But I think material makes a big difference because with the maintenance down the road, you put in the wood and that thing's not gonna last as long.
No.
And the same thing with the bathrooms, and I saw with the siding, do you wanna paint that stuff or do you want metal
not
and stuff?
siding.
You want stone and,
It's,
well, they're
they're all concrete.
all concrete?
Yeah.
But it
Okay.
looks like siding.
Looks like siding, yeah, so I'll, yeah.
Those things come in on a crane and how you
Yeah.
order them to make it look like whatever, and it's solid concrete.
Yeah.
Colored concrete, that's what they are. Me, myself personally, we're starting to show some wear over at Lions Park on the aluminum fence.
Yeah.
Uh,
5 years in and they
There's,
need addressed.
yeah,
What do you do with that? Do you paint that?
Either paint it or
Spray
powder
paint?
coat it,
Okay.
and
and it's probably
My-
gonna be powder coat.
my personal, after looking at all these, is the concrete 2 or 3. I just think it looks good and I think it would be durable. It brings back, maybe the old style look with still a modern feel to it as well.
Mhm.
But I don't get to make the decision.
Is that more dangerous to have on a roadway for the driver? Does MoDOT care about that?
We're not
8 feet
MoDOT.
off the road, 9 feet off the
Oh,
road.
So it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
So you're out
Yeah.
of the right of way then.
Yeah, we're way out of the right of way.
Well, I have to agree that, the metal fence is classy looking.
It is.
Looks good,
Sure.
but I like the concrete as well, and I think the concrete's probably, well, it's still.
I mean, that's, I think,
32,000,
I
but
think we would aim for the metal and hope that our
Bids
come in the way we want.
yeah,
We don't have any more money.
I know.
This is it. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, the priority is going to be, the fitness equipment and the, which is the purpose of the park.
Mhm.
And the shade structures and a serene area for them to play their chess checker games and still enjoy an area to themselves.
Well, and the other thing is, when we submit these grants, we say, okay, we're gonna have a 4 foot square shelter, and it actually does say with a cupola on it. So, so we're beholden to that now. We have to have a 24-foot square shelter with a cupola. So anything that's in that, we have to have,
Keep.
or
But
we don't.
have to have
Or,
metal fence.
yeah, we said we're gonna have a fence, so.
Are we, silly question, I haven't been here, it's probably been answered. Is a fence required?
Yes,
It is now.
we said we're gonna have a
Because we
fence,
already-
we have to
yeah,
have a fence.
okay.
Yeah,
That's a requirement of getting the grant money now.
Okay,
Now
and
that
we want a
said that.
fence because
Yeah,
it signifies this is the Hall Park. And it blocks off to the east as well to make sure that people walk along the sidewalk. People that are gonna go to the park are either gonna park in there or park down by the school and
Come in the entrance.
come in that way.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope the metal can go in.
That's what we want. That was our first option.
Yep.
We would like to see the metal fence ourselves.
Okay.
And hopefully we get good bids.
To clarify, I certainly favor, I agree, we have to have a fence. A lot of trespassing used to happen. I'm sure it still happens with a lot of cutting through and making the neighborhood a little less desirable. I want to just touch on the pergola and porch swing just for an explanation. I don't know how many of you were around when we originally made this gift, but one of the themes that we were shooting for was preserving family memories, and the old porch swing that used to sit on the front porch was an important element of the concept of being all about memories of old Kearney. And you remember the croquet court was also something that was talked a lot about, and I know that's gone, and I understand that. But if there's any way possible, I'd like to save a porch swing somewhere. And if pergola is the only place for it, I don't know. There's a lot of area back there not being utilized, it would appear to me. But I'm not going to tell you guys how to do this, okay? First off, I'm going to tell you what I kind of always hope for. And the closest we can come to satisfying the old memories of old Kearney, I guess the happier I am. But I don't have to be happy. I appreciate all your efforts already. I don't want to sound like a complainer. I'm offering comments, not complaints. So I do appreciate all the work that you guys have put into it, especially you, Eric, and Ryan. And I want to encourage you to continue, keep it going. Let's get it built. And if we got time in the future to make improvements, we ought to do that too. So what the
I've
heck?
always liked the idea of the porch swing. Is there a way that we can move the
What
swing
was that
up?
alternate?
If you go to the.
Hang tight, we're gonna split screen you again, Gary.
Okay.
I've been thinking about that as well. Go up to the rendered plan, if you would. Is there a way to move that bar?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, there is.
There we go. Okay, so. On the porch swing, I've thought about that. There was a couple of options we looked at. One might be to. If we can't afford the pergola and the porch swing, there are some other porch swing options like you might see at a playground or somewhere. That have posts come up and it's just a swing. It's not as fancy. Excuse me, but there could be an option to put it maybe something like that where these three benches are. And then you've got can sit and swing and look out. It's gonna be a popular swing. You gotta be there early to get it, but that could be an option I think would be a good location.
Instead of the benches or in addition?
Instead of the benches, or we'd have to relocate those.
I actually like the porch swing up there better than down there.
Yeah, for visibility.
I do too. Yeah.
The view of the road.
Never liked way down there.
I think, Larry, what about maybe just popping out the pad and the pergola? And maybe doing something, I'm trying to illustrate for Gary with my mouse here. Where that might go in lieu of doing that sidewalk. There's, some value there, I think.
Cause that falls to the east pretty heavy right there.
Right through here, it begins to fall, and so making it ADA accessible becomes a little bit more of a challenge. It's not something that can't be overcome.
So could we put the porch swing where the three benches are and then scatter the three benches along this trail here?
I think that's certainly an option.
And then take all of that out?
All of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gary, if we can have Larry work on a couple of things and a couple of options, screenshot a certain area with that.
Yeah.
And Ryan and I want to visit with you anyway and see if you like this, and we'll keep you, in the loop as much as we possibly can and see what you think.
Okay. Sounds great.
And then would we even need a rain garden, or could we just put
Yes.
you know?
You would, just for the treatment train that we've submitted to MoDOT's, has been approved and how we're managing that.
So this is kind of like a Jenga tower at this point, guys. Like, if we start pulling up, we can only pull out so many blocks, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I think priority is the porch swings. I think that becomes,
I've
how do
always
we make
liked
that work?
for
Yeah.
this part. I think it's
Yeah.
a neat idea.
So I'll look at that. I think there's plenty of room in that location. to do that. And like I said, we can move those benches around.
What about, more of a retention pond thing? Get rid of that. Like she's saying, that's maintenance, headache, weeds, all that stuff. Why can't you put something in there with a little fountain and goldfish in it for, But you know what I'm saying? I mean, like a little fountain there, something small like that.
This is
I'm
the
not
plan-
talking about
This
something
is the
huge.
plan that's been approved by MoDOT, guys.
We can't really change.
It's really up
the plan
the
submitted.
BMPs are sustainability, dealing with stormwater. We're on top of the hill, which is the most important place to address it. So it's not going downstream. So all of that runoff comes in, it percolates into the soil, right? The native plants that are in there uptake that. So we're trying to prevent and trying to reduce the amount of runoff down to that box. And by doing it up here, vegetated stream, and this sort of sequence of a treatment train, we significantly reduce what goes in here and
I guess,
eventually
yeah.
gets down into our.
To get approved by MoDOT,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we waited 6 months for.
So conceivably, a 1 inch rainfall may not even really have much water to even reach.
Yeah.
The track, yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
a 6 inch rainfall.
We may not get to here.
Yeah.
Your foot's
Okay.
flush.
Yeah.
So the outlet structure, which will just be sort of a beehive kind of grate that'll sit in there. It'll sit 6 to 8 inches up above final grades that those plants have water to grow from. There'll be
Mhm.
water loving plants.
Okay.
Things like that.
And there was a rain garden submitted in the grant application.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we have one.
I guess that's what Canton Wood will be doing.
It sure is. Or summer help like him in the future.
Yeah.
Other question?
Well, if they take, if we keep on top of it, it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna let that
Yeah.
happen. I mean, that'll be part of our routine maintenance.
Yep.
No, I like everything on that, and yeah, and moving making the porch swing a priority. That was his idea, probably generating this whole park was.
And
Was-
you're gonna have people that wanna buy the bench,
Yeah, point of
memorialize.
view.
You can have the porch swing be one of those things
Yep.
that someone memorializes,
Yeah.
they'll,
They're-
so their money will go to that. We don't
And they're up there in the
actually have to
in
use
the
their money
action,
for that.
they're actually watching what's going on within the park if they're up there.
I like that.
Just hope for good bids.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else, Gary, on your end?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Jess, you have anything you'd like to add?
No, looks good.
Well, thank you,
Yeah.
both of you for joining us.
Yeah.
On this,
Thank you for coming.
it's, we are making progress. It's at a snail's pace, but we're proud to show you what we have right now. And we're definitely willing to, work on the porch swing, and I think we'll come up with something you'll like, Harry.
Yep, I think you will too. Thank you. Do you want me to go away now or you want me to
Oh,
stay?
you are welcome to stay, sir.
welcome to.
Are you gonna talk about me? Do I need to stay and listen?
Nope.
No.
Moving on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, all.
Good night.
Thank you.
Hi, Jerry.
Board of Aldermen budget preparation.
Okay. We have submitted our preliminary budget. And since we have done that, we have a meeting with mayor later this month. I think it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving to give our presentation to him. We have a couple of more items that we do need to get to Sheila. They're capital projects. But other than that, we think it's a budget. It's a budget that is needed. It's a budget that there's not a lot of fluff. If we needed it, we put it in there.
Yeah, there's almost no fluff at all.
So it's things that align with the Board of Aldermen's priorities, continue to have events for the kids in the parks, all of our sporting events, concerts, July 3rd, Kids Fest, getting people in the park. But yet it also, is things that we need, and I put in for a full-time maintenance personnel. I should say an additional full-time person, for that. We're just spread thin. We've taken on the mowing at Jesse James Park that we used to sometimes contract out. All of Mac Porter, which used to be contracted out, we are now doing it. The Fishing River Trail, we've taken that on. Pickleball courts, we've taken that on. And now, naturally, we've been doing Fall Park, but it's gonna take more time because of trash and things of that nature, but it's something we need. And I'm gonna present my case to mayor, and hopefully we get that. So anyway, Ryan, you wanna add any? I mean, Ryan, I and Ray, we're all together doing this budget. What we anticipate spending by fiscal year end of March 31st, and then what we need for the next fiscal year beginning April 1. So Ryan, do you have anything else?
I would say, we're really proud of the budget and we probably have close to 20 hours in it apiece, I'd say, at this point. And there's a lot of metrics and stuff that we have to incorporate into making the budget happen. And then on top of that, we also have to produce projections for what we think our programs are going to do and that sort of thing as well. And all that takes time. That's part of the job. So we're really hopeful that everyone will see it the way we see it.
Right.
All right, World Cup.
We have been in the planning stages of the World Cup that's coming to Kansas City, and we are putting in, I don't know if it's at the actual city or if it's the chamber, but I anticipate it's the city. We will be hosting, if approved, a World Cup event, June 19th, out of Jesse James Park. And if that does come to fruition, we will have a concert that night, whether it be before or after the US game. Planning a lot of events and things of that nature. We're in the very beginning stages, and we've had meetings at not only internally with our subgroup of the city, but there's a community-wide group that's meeting at the chamber building. That we've been talking nothing except World Cup. So
Can you show the games at the amphitheater? That'd be cool.
because that's it, we would be an official watch party.
Mhm.
And what we have to do is you have to buy that to be an official watch party. There's a fee that goes into that, and then if it's a day game, well, then they'll have to rent a screen to be able to show it in the sunlight. But if it's a night game, we think we'll be able to use ours. But we don't know. The draw isn't until December 5th or 6th on things of that nature. So we're in the very, very beginning stages, but there'll be a big event out there that day. So, any questions on that?
It will be interesting if this comes together.
So do we.
Okay, youth and adult activities on sports.
So we're down to our lone winter sport. We wrapped up our soccer and flag football at the beginning of November. All those went really well. No major issues at all. I will say that I think we're at our saturation point as far as fees go. Currently, we're doing this fee review, and currently we're right on par with our neighbors or slightly more expensive than them. And we're at a disadvantage compared to our neighboring cities like Smithville, Excelsior, even Liberty, because we don't have a park sales tax. So they use park sales tax to keep their registration fees for their activities lower. So for instance, activity, say baseball, might cost $75, $80 in Smithville, will cost closer to $100 here. Because we have no other way to recoup the funds. So that's,
How's our, no child left behind funds going?
Our scholarship fund,
Better name for it, I
yeah,
guess.
it's a much better name. Our scholarship fund, is going great. We have close to 8 grand in it, I believe. So
Are we still advertising that to folks and that,
we are, every
Good.
single person that rents a shelter, signs up for an event, anything through kearneyparks.com is getting asked to make a donation.
that's good.
We are thankful for any donation, large or small. Our minimum donation on the website is $5.
But I get that from the donation side, but what I'm talking about is families that may want a child to play but don't have the funds. How are we advertising any of that stuff? They get-
That exists, and they know that. But
Exactly, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, every single advertisement we do mentions the scholarship fund.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was curious to know.
I had
Advertising that is,
help, I let Ryan know and he totally took care of it.
yeah,
That's
that's
what
great,
it's
and
for.
yeah,
I mean, they were so happy, they're like, he didn't make us feel bad, I mean, he just took care of it.
absolutely.
I mean,
It is what it is.
We
We'll take
wanna
care of it.
our
If the
job
money's
is to
there,
provide opportunities for our residents. And this is just another way we can do that.
That's great.
So as far as basketball leagues go, we are in late registration right now. Expect to have about 110, 115 kids, signed up by the end of the week. We are looking for 2 third and fourth grade division coaches. So, if you guys know anybody, send them my way. Other than that, we're gonna start practicing, December 1st. We'll start games, January 17th, if everything goes to plan. And we're gonna have a great season.
All right, board comments.
after all that, no.
No,
Really? What?
Really?
7:30.
All right, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Make a motion.
Okay, I'll second it. Second, all in favor?